What if I told you that the world's fastest growing economies aren't in Asia or Europe, but right here in Africa? And that in the next 10 years, entire industries will explode, creating millionaires from people who start small today. You don't need to be an economist, you don't need millions of dollars, you just need the right knowledge, the right steps, and the courage to start. In this video, I'm going to break down Africa's next big investment opportunities, and show you, step by step, how you can position yourself to benefit, even if you're a complete beginner. Why Africa is the next big thing. When most beginners think about investment opportunities, their minds often go to the US stock market, European tech startups, or Asian manufacturing giants. But here's the thing. Africa is quietly becoming the investment frontier of the 21st century, and those who get in early could see returns that the safe markets can't match. First, let's talk growth. According to the African Development Bank, 5 of the 10 fastest growing economies in the world are in Africa. Countries like Rwanda, Ethiopia, Ghana, Côte d'Ivoire, and Kenya are seeing GDP growth rates that many Western nations haven't experienced in decades. And this isn't just about numbers on a chart, it's about real, visible transformation on the ground. New highways, modern shopping malls, high-speed internet expansion, and business hubs popping up where there used to be empty plots of land. Second, Africa has the world's youngest population. Over 60% of Africans are under the age of 25. This means two things for investors. 1. Growing workforce, millions of young, energetic, and tech-savvy people entering the job market. 2. Massive consumer demand. As incomes rise, so will the appetite for better products, services, and lifestyles. Third, digital leapfrogging is changing the game. In many developed countries, people still rely on outdated banking systems or fixed-line internet. In Africa, we're skipping straight to mobile banking, mobile internet, and AI-driven solutions. Think of how M-Pesa in Kenya revolutionized money transfers, a service that started in one country and is now a case study in global fintech success. This leapfrog effect means investors can enter markets that are ready for 21st century solutions without dealing with the old system limitations. Fourth, urbanization is accelerating. More people are moving to cities, creating a surge in demand for housing, transportation, healthcare, and entertainment. This opens the door for real estate, infrastructure, and service-based investments to thrive. Finally, there's a shift in the global investment narrative. Institutions like the World Bank, IMF, and private equity firms are pouring billions into African projects. Why? Because they see what's coming. A continent that could double its GDP in the next 15 years. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But isn't investing in Africa risky? Yes, there are challenges, political instability in certain regions, currency fluctuations, and infrastructure gaps. But here's the truth. Every emerging market carries risk, and those who understand how to manage it are the ones who get the biggest rewards. The key is knowing where to look, how to start small, and which sectors are set to explode. In the next section, we're going to dive into 5 specific industries in Africa that could turn small investments today into big returns tomorrow, and I'll show you how you can enter each one, even if you've never invested before. The top 5 sectors to watch. Now that you understand why Africa is primed for massive growth, let's look at 5 sectors where the opportunities are not only big, but beginner-friendly. 1. Agriculture and AMP. Agro-processing. Africa holds 60% of the world's uncultivated arable land. That means we have the space and potential to feed not just the continent, but the world. As populations grow, the demand for food will skyrocket. You don't need to own a massive farm to participate. You can invest in agro-processing, food packaging, farm-to-market transport, or even digital platforms that connect farmers to buyers. Example. In Nigeria, small businesses that buy cassava from farmers, process it into flour, and sell it to urban bakeries are making steady profits with very low starting capital. 2. Renewable energy. Millions of Africans still lack reliable electricity. This is where solar, wind, and mini hydro projects come in. Governments and private investors are pushing off grid solutions that bypass traditional power grids. As a beginner, you can invest in small-scale solar kiosks, partner with local installers, or back crowdfunding renewable energy projects. Example: Rwanda rural villages are adopting community solar grids, and the entrepreneurs behind them are building stable, long-term income streams. 3. Technology and AMP. Digital Services. Africa is leading in mobile money adoption, and fintech is just the beginning. E-commerce, logistics tech, e-learning platforms, and telemedicine are growing rapidly. With the internet penetrating even rural areas, there's a huge demand for digital services. Beginners can invest by starting small online businesses, partnering with local tech startups, or reselling digital products. Example: Paystack, a Nigerian fintech startup, began with just a few people helping small businesses accept online payments. It later sold to Stripe for over $200 million. 4. Real estate and AMP. Infrastructure. Urbanization is creating demand for affordable housing, office spaces, shopping complexes, and warehouses. You don't need millions to invest. You can start by joining real estate investment cooperatives, buying land in developing areas, or partnering in construction projects. Example: in Ghana, land bought in the outskirts of Accra 10 years ago has multiplied in value due to new road developments and commercial centers. 5. Tourism and AMP. Hospitality. Before the pandemic, Africa's tourism sector was growing faster than the global average. With the rise of eco-tourism, cultural tours, and diaspora visits, there's huge potential. Beginners can tap into this by starting travel blogs, offering tour guide services, opening small guest houses, or creating local cultural experiences. Example: in Tanzania, locals offering unique village tours alongside safari trips are making steady incomes from international travelers. These 5 sectors are Africa's gold mines for the next decade, but remember, it's not about chasing every opportunity. It's about choosing one that matches your passion, resources, and local demand. Step-by-step beginner roadmap. Alright, you know the sectors, now let's talk about how to start. Here's your 5-step beginner-friendly action plan. Step 1. Choose one sector that excites you. Don't try to do everything at once. If you love tech, start there. If you're passionate about farming, focus on agriculture. Specialization builds expertise and credibility. Step 2. Research the local market rules in AMP culture. Read local business news, follow industry leaders on LinkedIn, join WhatsApp or Facebook groups for entrepreneurs in your chosen sector. If possible, visit the country or region you're targeting. The best insights come from talking to locals. Step 3. Start small with low-risk entry points. You don't have to launch a $1 million company on day one. Test your idea with minimal investment. For example, if you want to go into real estate, start by buying land in an emerging area instead of building apartments immediately. If it's agriculture, partner with a farmer to supply produce to local markets before setting up a factory. Step 4. Build local partnerships. Africa runs on relationships. Work with trusted local partners who understand the market, language, and culture. This helps you navigate regulations, avoid scams, and find customers faster. Step 5. Diversify early. Once you're making consistent returns, spread your risk. If you're in agriculture, maybe invest part of your profits into renewable energy or real estate. This way, if one sector slows down, another keeps your income steady. Before you rush in, let's talk about mistakes beginners make, and how you can avoid them. Mistake number 1. Relying only on foreign news. Global media often focuses on Africa's problems, not its opportunities. Always cross-check with local sources. Mistake number 2. Ignoring currency and AMP. Inflation risks. Profits can be eaten up if you don't factor in exchange rates and inflation. Consider keeping part of your revenue in stable currencies like USD. Mistake number 3. Underestimating bureaucracy. Paperwork, permits, and regulations can take time. Patience is part of the game. Mistake number 4. Lacking long-term vision. Africa's biggest rewards go to those who stick it out for 5 to 10 years, not those looking for quick cash. Final motivation. Africa is not just the future, it's happening right now. If you start small, learn the market, and build solid partnerships, you can turn today's opportunity into tomorrow's wealth. The next decade will create African millionaires in every sector. The only question is, will you be one of them? Remember, you don't need to have it all figured out, you just need to start.